Hi everyone, welcome to this video. It is going to be for some new lip color products from CoverGirl. It's been a long time since I've done a swatch video like this. I've been doing a lot more skincare focused videos, and on that note, if you haven't checked out my latest one, I'll link that in the upper right hand corner for you. I'd really appreciate if you go check it out. It's actually for a product that hasn't been released yet in the United States. That's L'Oreal's upcoming water cream from their Skin Paradise line. And there are some issues with it, even though I was initially excited about that launch, that I think you should know and maybe perhaps save some money in the future. But all that is to say that I just haven't been really captivated, intrigued, or inspired by a lot of recent makeup launches, which is part of why for the very first time last month I did an anti-haul video. But this is something that kind of caught my eye, so I'm excited to get back into this and to bring you some otherwise regular swatch video content. These are for CoverGirl's Outlast ULTIMATTE one-step liquid lip colors. So in these kinds of videos, I will swatch you all of the colors that I have to show you. I will include lip swatches also, and I will also give you a first impressions of what I think of the formula, the coverage, how they apply, all that kind of stuff. For more in-depth reviews, please watch the monthly What's New in Beauty videos that I post mid-month every month, because in those videos, I get to give you more in-depth reviews because after I do these swatch videos, I continue to use and test these out for several days to several weeks, just depending on the type of product. So although it's rare, there are times where I either completely change my mind or I just have updated details to share with you after further using the products. So the purpose of this video is more for people who are interested in a first impression, but really they want to see what the true colors are like and what they look like, at least on my skin and my lips, to be able to compare. So if this interests you, please keep watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I'd love you to join our subscriber base, and you can also follow Allura Beauty over on Instagram. I'll link that in the upper left-hand corner for you. All right, let's get to swatching these new Outlast ULTIMATTE one-step liquid lipsticks. So these are kind of still coming out, or at least around my area. The place online that I was able to find, I think, all of the shades available, although even there, some of them were kind of like one left or out of stock, is Walmart, and that's where I purchased mine. So I will link in the description box for you where online you can most easily find these to purchase. And of course, I also include a link to Rakuten, because if you are an online shopper, you may as well be getting cash back. And Rakuten is a great cashback system. After putting in my purchase, I was also able to find them on Target, which they weren't available at the time that I placed my order, but they don't have all of the shades available through Target. And I found that that's also true with Ulta. There are a handful of the shades there, but not all of them. And finally, it looks like CVS has several of the shades, but I wasn't able to purchase them online. They were only available in stores. So at the end of the day, I think these are still being trickled out. You should eventually be able to find them more widely at your local drugstore and places like Target and Walmart. Prices always vary between different stores, but on Walmart, these retail for $7.94 each. So let's look at what CoverGirl is saying about these liquid lipsticks. They say that these are single swipe to deliver intense matte color in one swipe, that they are transfer resistant so that they won't bleed or feather. They claim 24-hour comfortable wear, which is nice that it's supposed to leave your lips moisturized and go on smoothly. I don't know why companies care about claiming something is 24 hours. You should never be wearing anything on your face in terms of even skincare or cosmetics for that long, but that's their claim. And a unique applicator for precise and easy lip color application, and these are vegan and cruelty-free. So here is what the tubes look like. It's nice that this part's clear. You can see the color inside when you pick up the product. And with CoverGirl's revamped, very simple, I really like it, very simple white and black packaging. You can see on there you get 3.5 milliliters or 0.11 fluid ounces. The caps twist off, and this is what they say is the really unique applicator. It just looks like a slanted doe foot applicator to me. So that's what you get. In terms of the shade selection, on Walmart's website, there are, I believe, 18 total different shades, but for whatever reason, I wasn't able to purchase all 18 of them. I think because they're low in stock or something. So I was able to purchase 10 of them. Unfortunately, I can only show you 9 of those 10 that I purchased because they gave me a double of one of the colors. So I only actually have 9 unique shades to show you, but hopefully this will give you a good idea of the finish and the texture, etc., but also give you a healthy sampling of the color selection so you can get a better idea of what other colors you may also be interested in. So here's shade 100 Prosecco Pop. 105 is very Sancerre. 110 is Spritz Blitz. 115 is Yay Rose. 120 is Strawberry Spritzer. 125 is Bellini. 130 Wine O'Clock. 135 No Whining. And 140 Hello Merlot. All right, first up we have Prosecco Pop. This is a kind of mid-range, mid-toned nude with mauve rose tones to it. Very pretty. 105, very Sancerre. It's kind of a lighter pinky nude compared to the first shade. It's more pinky and has fewer purpley tones compared to the first shade. 110 Spritz Blitz. This one is more of a peachy, medium peachy color. 115 is Yay Rose. This is also a medium carnation-y pink. 120 Strawberry Spritzer. It's much brighter pop of pink. Not strawberry at all, but definitely a brighter toned pink shade. 125 Bellini, another super bright, kind of like orange-based corally shade. 130 Wine O'Clock. It's a pretty traditional classic red color. 135 is No Whining. This is a deeper, more berry toned red, beautiful color. And 140 Merlot. And this one is a berry shade. Okay, there are your 9 shades up close right after application. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to have these dry down and come back and show you what they look like. All right, so here's what we have after a couple of minutes of drying down. Still a little bit wet on the edges for some of those shades, but this is basically what they look like once set. So I don't see too much creping, which is a good sign in terms of them hopefully not being too dry once on the lips. I'm a little bit surprised that they show more, or I should say less opacity than I thought. You can see a little bit of that skin showing through on most of the shades, so we'll see if that keeps up once applied to the lips or if they're more even and opaque on the lips, but they seem to glide on pretty nicely. I will say one of the first things I noticed immediately upon opening the tubes is the fragrance. So if you're sensitive to that, these may not be the best option for you in terms of liquid lipsticks, but let's go ahead and go to lip swatches and see what these look like. Oh, I almost forgot. See, I'm out of practice here. Before we go to lip swatches, let's do a swipe test. Okay, so these stick pretty well on here. Using a good amount of pressure, you get very little smudging. You do get some, but they're definitely smudge resistant. And then finally, let's do a makeup wipe test just to see what kind of staining we get. Okay, so you get a bit of staining left behind, especially on the brighter and deeper shades. All right, so here are my thoughts after swatching all of these and wearing them for a little bit. They go on pretty easily, although I was surprised at how quickly they dry on the lips. The formula itself is comfortable. Even when it dries down, it comes out like as kind of like a moussey, creamy texture. And even once it dries down, it doesn't have a super pruny dry down or anything like that. But because they dry relatively quickly, I think that that goes hand in hand with the inconsistent opacity of the colors. And I especially noticed this starting with Strawberry Spritzer and then all the colors after, so kind of the brighter and deeper shades. There's definitely some patchiness there. And because the first layer dries so quickly, applying more product helps a little bit, but it doesn't really solve that issue. Now from afar, you can't really tell, but if you're someone who really cares about it looking perfected, then this may not be the perfect formula for you. I did notice the fragrance right away when I was applying them, so I'll reiterate that warning that I said about people being sensitive to fragrance. And the brighter and deeper shades definitely do leave a stain behind on the lips. So my first impressions so far on the good side are great colors. I really like the range and the shades available, and they're fairly comfortable to wear. On the negatives, you have some of that streakiness and you have that fragrance. So let me know in the comment section below what you think, especially of any of these 9 colors, if any one of them really jumped out to you or any other thoughts that you have. I hope you enjoyed this video and liked it, and I hope especially it was helpful to you if you're trying to decide what shades to purchase. If you enjoyed, please give the video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. As always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.